Madden Football is the home of Super Bowl 57, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, for these Kansas City Chiefs, they, of course, were Super Bowl champions 3 years ago. The win over the Niners in Miami. They fell to the Bucs in Tampa a couple years back. They had the blown lead in the AFC title game against Cincinnati last year. And now they're back, making their third trip to the big game in 4 years.
And their recent history only increases the urgency to try and win another Super Bowl title with this group.
Meanwhile, it took until Super Bowl 52 for the Eagles to lift the Lombardi trophy for the first time. And not too many players are left from that squad 5 years ago. But this new group is looking to write a new chapter of Eagles lore.
Yeah, we certainly all remember that performance in the win over New England. Nick Foles throwing for 373 yards, catching the Philly special that will go down as one of the most iconic play calls in Super Bowl history. Now they're back and looking to make it 2 titles in 6 years.
The hype and the talk is over. We're set for the big one. Super Bowl 57. Away we go from Arizona. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
Mahomes not wasting time. He'll throw. And his first look is incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Everyone rolls into the Super Bowl saying, hey, I'm confident. I'll just do what I did before. But let's face it, you got to be wary of the jitters going into a big game like this. Super Bowl is unlike any other game you're going to play.
And now he's starting out 0 for 2. We'll see if he can rebound. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 28 yards.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
They'll run for the first time with Jerick McKinnon. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Meanwhile, Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal. A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Now he's got it. Touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Striking first in any game is very important, but on this stage, the biggest of stages in the Super Bowl, that's huge. You fully expect the other team to battle all the way through, but when you're the one setting the pace, jumping out in front, that has to feel great for the entire organization.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it culminates in a Travis Kelce touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. Leading them out, the 3rd-year player from Oklahoma by way of Alabama, Jalen Hurts.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we are looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Hurts to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
You know, it was tough for them to stand on the sidelines and watch the other team take it downfield and score, wasn't it? So they knew when they got on the field, it's on them. Pick up first downs, get downfield and score. How about them picking up that 3rd and short?
I was just going to say, you and I were talking before the game, those 3rd down conversions are going to be huge in this one. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And this one is incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Back to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is going to be incomplete.
I don't see Morgan trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Here's Brett Kern now to punt this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chiefs offense set to go. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Mahomes' throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he is going to lose yardage here. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. This is fielded at the 27. A good return there, 17 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack.
Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 39, Hurts. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And he will slide down, but a penalty marker down as well. And it looks like this is going to be all for naught.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Going for it with Sanders. Oh, look at the juke.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. One quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57.
7-0 is our score. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message.
So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. And we are back and ready to go for the second quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
They go play action with Hurts.
Open man is Goddard, the tight end.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hurts sets up to throw it. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. And out come the Chiefs now.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mahomes going to throw. It's Kelsey, and now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield, but it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away.
Here comes Tony on the return.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
Looking underneath, and he finds McKinnon. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They're going to look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Hurts.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Sanders. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. Here's Hurts. His throw incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. He's got Smith here. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Sanders. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Two minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. That one to the sideline and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well. Understandably, pass rushers keyed up for this Super Bowl, but you can't do that.
And let's face it, no one wants to lose one of these quarterbacks early in this game, so you know they're going to be protected by the officials.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. But it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And the Eagles are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you
think.
mean by that, Burke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then he curls back inside for the completion.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Throwing is Hurts. And it's caught. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Third and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the third quarter. So the potential could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Mahomes now on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. from the 47. It's 2nd and 5. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for Kansas City. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up second down. Here's Hurts to throw. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. On the option left, it's Hurts. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Well, that'll bring up fourth. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 15. He'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here, or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now here's Mahomes. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. "46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a 1st after a gain of about 9.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Another run with Sanders. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
52 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Big stop from a guy who can bring a big hit, Nick Bolton.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Complete. Smith has it.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Hurts sets up to throw it.
And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 13-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Quick slant to Brown.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
It'll be Hurts on the option.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts
keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And they're able to add on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he'll be taken down right around the 27. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's got room. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Handoff, it's McKinnon.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here at Super Bowl 57 from Glendale. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And there's just one quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the fourth quarter. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
From the 29, Mahomes. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Mahomes to throw once more. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his second touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game. Fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 18.
He'll start with a handoff to Sanders. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's Brett Kern now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 67 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
I was used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher. And all night long, he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now. A huge 3rd down conversion.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now Mahomes. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. That he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Butker's kick here is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
(17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this 4th quarter. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Good footwork at the 30. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short. Could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. On 2nd down and 4. Hurts into the hands of Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Pass complete, Goddard. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up second down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. Throwing again on second down. Hurts, flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Throwing is Hurts. Now they go screen. It's complete. That he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Brett Kern now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I like what they did there, still keeping their tight ends involved. They understand it's not quite Hail Mary time just yet.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Mahomes. Complete, Valdez-Scantling. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards for number 11.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he'll be brought down after a gain of about 9, and compounding things, it's now 3rd down as well.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And we have free football. Overtime, here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
So four corners couldn't decide it, and it'll be the Chiefs who get the football first in this overtime session. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go.
And CD, we get to see the debut of the brand new postseason overtime rules. Now, as everybody is learning, both teams are going to be guaranteed an offensive possession. So they might get the ball first here, but a touchdown does not right away win the game.
And we saw many marker games along the way that sparked a lot of conversation. But the Buffalo-Kansas City game, the 2022 playoffs, that really brought about this rule change. What an amazing game, a true classic. Ended in overtime without Buffalo getting a shot with the football, and the people didn't like that at all. So starting this season, if you make the playoffs, you'll get a chance to answer if the other team scores first, and that way you get a chance to keep a great game as well as your hopes alive as you chase the big prize.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. First throw of overtime for Mahomes. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And a costly, costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, that almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here, Field.
And now we've got a review here. All challenges in overtime, of course, initiated by the replay official here in the stadium. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. A 3 and out could really hurt here in this opening drive of overtime. Big 3rd down coming.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Not lacking aggressiveness here to begin overtime, Charles. A pretty big play right there, and looked like it might have caught the defense off guard. They may have been expecting something a little more conservative.
Yeah, they've got to shore things up in a big way, because they make any more mistakes like that and really let them drive it on them, they'll be putting their offense in a tough spot to answer if they want to extend their season.
From midfield, here's Mahomes.
Another catch for Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Four yards remain for 2nd down.
They go draw play to McKinnon.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They are into field goal range, but definitely thinking touchdown as they come up 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 30 on second down, Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Things now, Charles, looking pretty good here. A great opportunity to try to cash in for 6 on the opening possession of overtime.
And what I'm liking, Brandon, is what I see down on the sidelines. I see a defense huddled up and ready to go, already preparing for their opportunity to go on the field and close out this game.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. A touchdown does not end it, remember, but it sure would give him a leg up. It's 1st and goal here. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. They'll run. Here's Burton, the fullback. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Another chance to maybe end it right here. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. Butker's kick here is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
A field goal on this drive would extend the game. A touchdown, of course, would win it. It's 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. That one complete down the field to Smith. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards.
And now at this point in overtime, they know that they are in field goal range and 3 points is a must in order to keep this game going. But after that big play, they've got to be thinking bigger. They've got to be thinking, get in the end zone, get 6, and let's get out of here.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Hurts.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
The 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Another try after the first down sack.
Hurts.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Two straight sacks have him backed up now for a 3rd and goal.
He'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. This to keep the game alive. The kick by Elliott is good, and we are tied once again here in the overtime session. Both teams swapping field goals on their respective first drives of overtime, so now, you know the drill, it's on to old school sudden death.
Yeah, it sounds exciting, doesn't it? Can I be a little bit of Dennis Downer here, though? That drive, able to go that far, yet they had to kick the field goal to keep playing. You would have thought maybe, could they punch it in and go ahead and end it?
We get more free football.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Come on.
I'm back up beat again. Forget the Downer stuff.
So one more drive here. Barring another field goal, it'll decide this Super Bowl. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. I cannot imagine how these players and coaches feel, Charles, because my palms sweating up here in the booth now as we go to the third drive of overtime. And as we know from here on out, any points win this football game.
I'll throw you a towel as well, partner. I've got one for myself, but let's face it, our nerves, our pressure, nothing compared to what's going on that field. Both of the field goal kickers active here early. Can one of them become the hero and end this thing?
Going up top. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Mahomes will throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And that's going to be a first down to the 35 as the clock continues to run. Mahomes. He finds McKinnon, complete. And they'll get him down after a gain of 7, but they'll happily give him that. One overtime, how about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. Well, if you like drama, especially in the biggest of all games, we are back for the second overtime now in the Super Bowl. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Mahomes to throw once more. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he will have a Chiefs first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
From just outside of field goal range. 3 points, all that's needed. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. That one's on the former Patriot, Joe Tooney. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. This undoubtedly the biggest kick of his life. And his kick is good. The field goal is through the uprights, and they've won the Super Bowl. And the Kansas City Chiefs are the Super Bowl champions. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.